There's a kind of luxury that doesn't ask you to admire it. It asks you to settle in. That's the home I wanted to design. Every room already loved before you ever walk into it. The first time I stood on this land, the leaves were still falling. The kind of quiet that makes you lower your voice without thinking. I wanted the home to belong here without changing the place, to feel like it had been here a long time before I arrived. The footprint stays low and wide across the clearing. Stone walls, a slate roof darkened to sit side the canopy, half timber accents picking out the gables. No oversized portico, no announcement above the front door. Hydrangeas wrap the foundation in white. The driveways is laid in bluestone. By dusk, the windows hold warm light against the dark of the trees. From the road, the house looks as if it has always been here. Step through the door and the home opens at its widest moment. I designed this room around one decision. There is no television here. The sofas are long, low, and cream linen, two of them, facing each other across a single oak table. I wanted a place where, when people sit, they actually stay, where a conversation can drift for hours without anyone reaching for a phone. The fireplace anchors the right wall in honed stone, wide enough to hold real heat through an evening, not just to look at. An indoor olive tree sits at the far corner. The room needed a bit of green to keep the stone from going cold. The light here moves through the day. Mornings come in through the arched window wall, late afternoons drop into the room sideways, and by the time the candles get lit, the fireplace is doing most of the work. A room this size shouldn't have a single switch. I imagine an evening here when the room slowly fills up, friends arriving one or two at a time, glasses appearing, the conversation tilting deeper. Hours later, nobody has thought about leaving. That's what the room is built for. The palette runs cream and chocolate and a single thread of olive. Those three colors will follow you through almost every room in the home. I designed the bedroom for the kind of sleep you forget you needed. The first thing here in the morning isn't an alarm. It's the forest, wind in the trees, the first light moving across the wall before you've opened your eyes. You wake up the way the day starts, slowly, on its own. The bed faces the arched window because there's nothing more important to wake up to. A stone fireplace lives on the side wall, kept lit through the evening so the room is warm before you climb in. Above the bed, one framed landscape, muted. The room doesn't need a second thing to look at. Cream linen on the bed, chocolate velvet at the foot, the dark of the beams overhead. 3 colors only. Restoration rooms ask for restraint, not novelty. The bed itself was made wide for the morning, not just the night, for the long hour after waking, when you're not ready to leave it yet. By evening, the fireplace turns the room amber. The light is doing the same thing your body does, winding down. This is the bedroom I designed for the days the world has asked more than you have to give. The kitchen is the room a house actually uses. Every other room here can be admired from a distance. This one gets used 3 or 4 times a day, every day. I designed the island for the cook, not for the photograph. 4 stools sit on one side only, all facing the cooktop. Nobody is ever talking across a counter at someone's back. Whoever's making coffee is part of the conversation. The cabinets are cream. Cream keeps a kitchen this size from feeling heavy. The island is oak. Stone runs the hood and the cooktop because that's where heat goes, and stone takes heat better than anything else you'd put up there. The cooktop runs cold most of the morning until someone starts a kettle. That sound carries through the house. Something I keep thinking about when I design kitchens this size. Which mode does the room actually live in? Is it an unhurried Sunday morning, coffee for one, light on the island? Or a long evening with friends, all 4 stools full, the conversation drifting past midnight? I'd want to know which version you'd actually live in. That answer would shape the next kitchen I design. If you take one thing from this kitchen for your own home, make it the stool side. One bench facing the cook, no traffic across the island. It changes how a kitchen feels. I designed the wine cellar to feel less like inventory and more like a place you walk into for a reason. Bottles racked floor to vault every wall. No glass cases, no display, just the room. The room runs around a central tasting island in solid wood, wide enough for 2 decanters and 4 stools in cream linen. That's where the room actually lives, not at the racks, but at the island where someone has already poured. The arched niches in the stone wall hold the only direct light, backlit, low warm, and that's what catches the colors of the bottles when everything else goes dim. At the back wall, there's a fireplace. A wine cellar doesn't need one, most don't have one, but this room isn't for storage. It's for the hours when nothing is happening anywhere else in the house and someone has finally sat down. By the time you reach this room at the end of an evening, every other room is dark. This is the last room with light in it. You'd notice the fire before the wine. Then the candles overhead, taller than the bottles, longer burning than the night. And nobody asks what you're pouring. This room is for my father. He's someone who can spend an hour standing next to a car without saying a word, not driving it, just being near it. I grew up watching him do that, and a part of me has wanted to design him a room for it ever since. Most car spaces lean garage or showroom, concrete white walls, every car spotlit. This one I made the opposite. The cars sit the way books sit in a library, visible, loved, not the point of the visit. Limestone on the walls, oak beams overhead, daylight from 3 arched windows along one side. The cars are lit by the garden as often as by anything else. 3 of them, all old enough to be quiet about it. 1 silver, 1 red, 1 a green that goes almost black in shadow. A stone accent wall holds framed art and the small things you keep beside cars, but never show off. Old keys, an old map, a watch that doesn't run anymore. I don't know if my father will ever stand in this room, but I designed it as if he might. And yes, he'll know which one was placed where the moment he steps in. The light shifts amber by late afternoon, and the windows pull you outside before you notice. The back of the manor needed a destination, not a lawn. So I designed the garden around water, a koi pond, a small waterfall, a low stone bridge. I've always wanted a house with a koi pond. There's something about keeping fish long enough that they become company. Feed them every morning for a year. And one day, you'll step out, clap once, and the whole school will come to the surface like they know who's home. The bridge crosses where they tend to gather. Not for the view of the pond, but for them. You stop on the bridge longer than you mean to. That was the whole design. Hydrangeas in white wrap the pond on 3 sides, the same white that lives at the front of the house, carried back here. Stone lanterns light themselves at dusk and stay lit until past midnight. The waterfall is short, kept that way so the sound stays underneath conversation, never over it. Something I keep thinking about. When you reach a bridge over water, do you cross it, or do you stop and watch what's underneath? I designed this path for the second kind of person. I'm curious which one you are. The terrace catches the last light of the day before anything else in the home. By the time the lanterns come on, you've already been out here longer than you meant to. I designed the fireplace long instead of round. A round fire pit asks people to look at the flames. A long one lets the fire be a wall and the seating be itself. The eye lifts to the trees instead. Sectional sofas in cream and soft gray arc around the line of flame. There's a small fire bowl in the center too. That one's for late, when the wall fire has settled and people pull closer. Wine in your hand, a wool throw across your knees, the conversation thinning out as the lanterns get lower. Someone offers another bottle. Nobody answers right away, and nobody leaves. And the sound of the koi pond carries up here on quiet nights. The whole project comes back to a moment like this, a home that was built piece by piece, room by room, and ends with a fire. For a moment, the home goes back to its becoming. Walls open, light through the framing, dust in the air. That's the part I love most about concepts like this, not the reveal, the build. Then the manor settles back at dusk, stone, hydrangeas, warm windows, the home I wanted. Every concept on this channel is its own home, its own mood, its own dream. Different style, different mood, different home entirely. If one room here was the one you'd want to live in, tell me which. That's where I'll learn what to design next. Subscribe is how you'll catch the next concept when it's ready. The next homes are already in the playlist. I'll see you there.